Hey there, it's Corey the Yard Buddha, and today I'd like to do a unboxing, installation, and kind of my initial review of this ImoLaza smart sprinkler control system. They did reach out to me and wanted me to review their sprinkler control, which I have been using like a 20-year-old manually programmed one for a long time, so it was kind of good timing. But I told them that I would only do it if I could do an honest, unbiased review. So I'm going to do my best at just figuring out the good and the bad of this. So this is what comes in the box. You've got your little numbers for your wires on your old one that you can wire, and I'm going to be doing that shortly just to remember which zone is which zone. Your manual mounting template. This is the main controller here and the cover that goes on the top. You do have all your zones in here, which it does come with a little screwdriver to install those wires and some anchoring brackets if you want to put in your drywall, and then the power source. And then it does have some extra stuff that I'm not using right now. S1, S2 are some rain sensors. If you do have those, you can hook those up as well. And the main reason I want to switch over to a smart one is I've been gone on some trips a few times where it's just been too hot and I wanted more water, or it's been raining and I wanted less water. And there was one time too where I completely forgot to control or turn the controller on and had to have someone come over and turn it on for me. So I don't want to do that again. I would like to just do it from my couch or anywhere else in the world. This does have a manual control system on it too, if you want to run it not on your phone and just manual on the pad. So let's go install this. All right, I'm out here in my garage and got everything installed. Unfortunately, I do have this big storage rack that I have my controller behind, so I'm not going to be able to hide the wires to make it look pretty, but it was pretty easy to install, maybe like 15-20 minutes. You do need to be close to a Wi-Fi connection for this to attach to. Then they also have an outdoor version that has a weather plate that goes over the top of that. I obviously don't need that. And then you need to be close to maybe 3-4 feet to an electrical outlet. So I downloaded the app on my phone, and then you scan this QR code that's on the actual controller and it'll sync up to that, and you can start programming all your stations and doing all the bells and whistles. So I'll get into that. All right, here is the ImoLaza app, and a lot of people have liked just the ease and use of it, and it was really easy to set up. Before I said yes to this system, I did go on Amazon and just read some reviews, and it does have really high customer reviews. And I have seen this 8-zone system listed for at least, $100 on sale at some point. So compared to some of the other systems out there, it is affordable. So this is the home screen, and up here it'll tell you if your controller's online. It gives you a kind of a 7-day forecast of what to expect. I'm in the 50s here and it's raining, so I've actually already shut my sprinkler system down. I did run all of the stations manually on the main pad after I installed it, just to make sure they worked. The other buttons here on the home screen is this quick watering cycle. This will run all of your zones for 5 minutes. You just select all of them and hit next, and then you can run them. It does show you your water usage that you've used so far. I have not run the app yet, so I don't have that quite yet. And then the next button down here is your schedules. So I've already created a couple schedules, one for the spring and fall where I water less, and then one during the summer where I water more. And it is really easy. It walks you through everything. We'll just click on the fixed one here. Right now I have it disabled just because I'm not watering. Name your schedule, the intervals, what days you want, what zones you want, what times you want. This is really cool feature though, is the sunrise feature, where you can end your watering in the morning right as sunrise is coming up. And that's very important because you don't want water sitting on your grass for a bunch of the shady time in the morning. You kind of want it to end as soon as that sun is coming up so that you don't get fungus and just some other problems with too much water sitting on the yard. And if you want to adjust that, there's all sorts of features here. You can even start it before the sunrise, start it after the sunrise by a certain amount of time. I just have it right now ending right as the sun is coming up, and that changes throughout the year. Watering duration. The soak feature is kind of meant for if you have slopes in your yard and you want it to break up, say like a 15-minute watering interval. It will water for 5-6 minutes on one station, it'll go to another station, and then it'll come back to that station just to kind of break up that surface tension in the soil. My yard is all flat, so I don't need to use that feature. And then the Smart Weather Genius is one of the best features on here. Rain skip, freeze skip, and wind skip. So you can adjust, how much rain you want it to skip on, the temperature you want to skip that day, and also the amount of wind. So I really like that. And then I think the only difference between the fixed and the smart is the smart does use some algorithms to kind of adjust the times on your watering intervals. So if you put it in for 20 minutes and let's say it's super hot that day, it may adjust it down. We'll go on to the third button here on the home screen, and these are all your zones. I really like that you could take pictures and name all your zones. Very easy to edit. So if I just went into my front lawn east here and wanted to edit it, change the name, the photo, you choose the type of plant that's in there. So that's a grass, but I do have some areas that are annuals, so I selected that. You can choose your sprinkler type. Most of mine are fixed spray heads. I do have some bubblers too, so choose those. I don't know if it adjusts the flow rate on those yet. Choose the type of soil you have. I'm basically sandy loam all throughout my yard. How much sunlight you get. Lots of sun, some shade, lots of shade, or mostly shade. Your slope. Mine is all flat. The size of the area. And then allowed depletion I haven't really got into yet, so that kind of might be a little more of a complexity that may not be needed for me. So really easy to change all the zones and then set up zones. Quick run is on that screen too, again. And then in the settings button, I did on the standby mode that just shuts everything off for the year when you are done watering. So right now I have mine set for October 15th through May 1st, repeating every year. You can also change it to a custom specific time. And then what I did like on here too is that if you want to suggest better features for them or stuff isn't working for you, you can send them an email. They're always trying to improve their app, and any bugs that you may come up with, they're very aware of user problems. So that is kind of what the app looks like right now. Very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to do another review here this summer after I've used this for a while, just to see which things I use, which things I don't. So I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you later.